Hi there, welcome back to my garden. Today I've been placing the plants around in the no-till bed that we put in the other day, and I had these plants, most of them on hand already, and I decided that I might as well try to get them in the ground so that I can get some mulch on top of the premium garden soil that I put on top of the cardboard. So I've just been placing them around, trying to kind of think about obviously color, obviously, you know, when they bloom, spring, fall, summer, so forth. Also having to think about like where the dogs typically kind of come up this rock wall and trek through the garden. So I try to keep, you know, certain plants out of the way of there. And yeah, just have a collection here of pretty easy maintenance plants that I'm going to be putting in. And so I'll just turn you around and show you really quick where I've placed things, and then I'm going to get them in the ground. All right, first you can see obviously I have to move this rhododendron here. I'm going to push it back a little bit so it's behind the maple tree, because then right in front of that I'm going to put these two nepeta, and behind that there is a forsythia that I decided I'm just going to keep right there. It is a spring bloomer, so that will be one of the first things to bloom here in this bed. It'll be bright yellow. And then behind there is a very small, I'm pretty sure it's, lo and behold, blue chip buddleia, and it'll stay pretty small, and it's I feel like it's safe there, out of the dog's way. They don't trek through there, but that is has a easy to break stem, so I kind of had to think about that carefully. That is next to the buddleia is called a cream ball false cypress. It's an evergreen shrub. It'll just stay, it says about 2 by 2, so that'll be nice winter interest right there. This is an echinacea fresco apricot. I have 3 of those, so those are just kind of wrapping around this flat stone here. Obviously those are summer blooming, so I should put something behind there that comes up a little bit earlier, just for visual interest. This is an Aphrodite sweet shrub. It's small now, but evidently they get pretty large, and it'll bloom about this time of the year with pinkish magenta-ish flower. There's another nepeta, just to continue on with those two that'll be right there. Behind the nepeta is an evergreen shrub. This is a viburnum. I got this for $5. It is spring bouquet. Not sure what that last word is there. Spring bouquet, so obviously that blooms in the spring, and it has whitish, pinkish flowers. And I thought that would be really pretty right here, because eventually I'll be taking out the fir tree that's right here, and so then that will be visible from the kitchen window right there. This is a digitalis, or foxglove. It is Arctic fox rose, and I thought that color was really pretty with the echinacea. And then this is a nepeta. Not sure the variety. I dug it out of a pot that I was planting in. It came up from seed there, so we'll see what that does. And then here on the corner in the pot is a micro blue chip junior, lo and behold, blue chip junior butterfly bush. And then behind the fir tree is another one of those cream ball false cypress. Again, because this fir tree will not be here forever, I put that there underneath the redbud. And I also pruned a bit on this fir tree because I'm not quite ready to take it out, and I thought it would be really cute to decorate it for Christmas this year. So it is, like I said, visible out of our kitchen window, which is right there. So I just kind of pruned it up and shaped it a little bit so that I can maybe put lights on it this Christmas, and it would just be a cute view out of the window. So first here I'm going to move the rhododendron, get it out of the way. It shouldn't be too hard because I did just plant it a few months ago. I doubt it's, you know, too rooted in. So I'll move that back and then start planting in these guys. And I think that when we go get the groceries today, we'll be able to go get some mulch to put on top of this and just kind of tidy it up for the season. My husband, when I was putting it in, said, "You're not going to plant this up with flowers and fill it up already just this year, are you?" And I said, "No, just with the plants that I already have." So I kind of need to stick to that and just go with what I have, and yeah, make it easier to maintain, because it is end of July here, getting close, and I don't want too many new plants that I have to regularly water. So anyway, I'm gonna get moving the rhododendron and go on from there. been a few days since I got all these plants planted. I had intended on, after getting them in the ground, I was intending on going and getting some mulch to kind of finish off the bed, and that didn't end up working out, which was okay because I realized I really wanted to lay down drip irrigation before I added the mulch on. So that's a project for another day. But I wanted to really quick show you, in case I didn't quite capture it on the video, how I had to dig down into the planting soil. This is, again, like I said, they call it premium garden soil. How I had to dig down through that and then get into the cardboard that's beneath the soil. Because we did just lay this bed, this no dig bed, the cardboard obviously hasn't started to decompose yet, so it was still there. And in order to get down into the native soil, if the planting can, was deeper than what the soil is, I had to cut through the cardboard with a knife to get down into that, and then the soil was super hard beneath that. So after I cut through the cardboard, I had to get my auger. You saw with the roadie, I had to actually get the kind of more heavy duty digging tool that we have, because this soil has never been worked. It's super compacted. It took some effort to get the holes dug for the plants. So cut through the cardboard, dug down into the holes. So I mean, technically it's not a completely no dig bed. You have to dig the holes, obviously. So I had to dig into the native soil, and on some of the holes I added gypsum because I have heard that helps break down hard clay compacted soil. I can't attest to whether it really works or not. I don't know, but I do it anyways. And then I added in the biotone to each hole and then planted the plants in. And since then I've been watering primarily with little sprinklers that I move along the bed as I go, because I want the entire bed to get saturated, not just the places where I planted the plants, because I want the compost, or the cardboard rather, to start to moisten, start to decompose, and I want that moisture really to get down also to the native soil beneath the garden bed. So that's where we're at with this no dig bed that we just started a couple days ago. I'm going to next move on to installing the drip irrigation, and I'll bring you along for that, and then I'll cover that with mulch, and this bed will kind of be good to go for a little bit. I'm starting to have ideas of what other little shrubs I want to get to line the edge here. Whether that happens this season or not, I'm not sure, just because it is really hard to dig in the bed. So we'll see. I don't know about that, but at any rate, we're at a good point with it, and I'm excited to get the drip installed and show you how I go about doing that, and then the mulch. So thanks for hanging out with me while I planted, and for coming along while we install this no dig garden bed, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.